Hi guys, I'm back. I know it's a long time no see. In the past 8 months, a lot of crazy stuff has happened to me. Life has changed tremendously for me, a lot for the worst. So I haven't been on here quite as much. But today's video is going to be a preschool haul. Even though it is March, my son is going to be starting school tomorrow. He's got a speech delay, so he will be starting in an elementary school, and he will be doing the same things all the other elementary school kids will be doing: PE, art, etc. Except for he will have an emphasis on speech therapy throughout the day, like getting pulled out by a speech therapist for 1 hour a day, things like that. So he's going to have a regular school experience. So I got a list and I wanted to show you our school supply haul. And also, if you guys want to know what I've gone through in the past 8 months since I haven't filmed, let me know. One of the very first things that happened after my last video was actually a preschool haul when my son was going to a private preschool, not a actual elementary school. Something about a car accident. It ended up being stolen, long story short, but there's a lot of turns and tricks and crazy stuff that happened with this that really messed me up and got me into a bad financial situation and just really messed us over big time. So let me know if you want to hear that story. So anyway, let's get going. So my son's backpack, if you saw my last video, which was 8 months ago, him going to preschool for the first time at a private preschool, which I was paying for, versus this one, which is public school education. He had a small backpack, but I got him a bigger one because his other one wouldn't even fit a folder or a piece of paper. I just got this from Amazon. It is so cute. It is like a dark blue. It's got pockets. It's got pockets here. I just zipped that. Duh. And it's got a little pocket here also. And my son is 3, by the way, in case anybody was wondering. I think the last time I posted a video, he was 2.5, just starting in a VPK private school. And the little strap has a, what do you call it, one of these little buckles. I can't get it open. I closed it earlier. Why won't it come up? Man, I just closed it earlier. Okay, there we go. So it's got like 2 of these little handles. And then these like plastic zippers, and then this is a pretty big backpack, and it's got a little side to put like folders in or papers. So it's really nice, and it's got really like comfy straps. Plus, what I love about this backpack is it has these little stripes here, and I think somewhere else, and on the cup holders on the side, that like if they're in the dark for some reason, people will be able to see them reflectors. So I love this. The next thing that I got for my son is actually ginormous and hasn't been taken out of the bag because I just got it. It's a sleep mat. Anybody that's ever had a child go to school, you know you need a sleep mat, so I had to buy one. And it's gigantic. And it's actually very cushy. I wasn't expecting it to be cushy because the ones that they had at his private VPK were actually pretty hard. And this one's very cushy. So I am excited about that. And then another thing is they asked us to bring like a blanket, a sheet, and a pillow, same as the other place, for the sleep mat for when they take naps. I decided to get one of these. It's everything in one because I wanted my son to be comfortable, because I was under the impression that all of the nap mats were hard like the one at his previous VPK. And I didn't want him to be sleeping on a hard mat every day. So I wanted something that give him a little bit of comfort. So I wanted him to have something soft to lay on. Oh my gosh, this is huge. How am I going to show this to you? So this is the top. This is the pillow. It's all one piece. And then there's this little blanket that's attached right there. Oh my gosh, and keep going up and up and up. So hopefully you can see it all. And then, goodness gracious, it's huge. And then on the back, it's got a little place to put your child's name, and it rolls up like a sleeping bag. It's practically like a sleeping bag, except for it doesn't like trap you in there. You don't get trapped in it. The blanket just opens up like a book. It's not connected at the foot like you might think. So let me try to figure out how to put this back in, because I actually haven't opened it until now. This is the first time I opened it, so I'm trying to figure out how the heck do you put this thing back. I think I'm doing it the right way. I don't know. I guess I'll figure it out when I'm done with this video. Alright. Next thing for my son's preschool haul. Let's see. Here we go. So if you watch my other one, I went crazy and got 10 things of everything to help out the teacher, even though the school I was going to my son was going to was $800 a month. And all the supplies were provided, and the fact that if somebody was paying $800 a month, they would be able to afford supplies. But I wasn't thinking about that when I went out and bought all that money. The school my son is going to be going to is a Title I school, which means most of the kids come from low-income families. So what I did was I bought 2 packs of these large crayons. I bought everything on the list. A lot of parents pick and choose what they want to buy, even though the class actually needs everything that's on the list. So I bought everything on the list and multiples of everything on the list to make sure that they have everything they need, so the teacher doesn't have to buy anything out of her own pocket. And my son is only going to be there for 3 months before summer vacation. So he's going to be starting in March, and the last day of school is June. And then he'll be starting again, obviously, at the beginning of the school year. And then I went ahead and got 20 of the ultra clean washable markers. I thought that all the kids can share this. And I got these 2 so all the kids can share this. There's 11 kids, all boys, 11 including my son. So there's 11 kids. And I thought 8 plus 8, 16, each kid will be able to have a large jumbo crayon. They're the jumbo Crayola crayons. And with this, I thought each kid could have a couple markers if they're using them. And then I also got the 2 of the ultra clean washable large crayons. They're not as large as the jumbo crayons, but they're super washable and they are jumbo. And I really like that they're washable, so that's why I bought them. I bought 2 of them. There's 8 in each, so there's enough for each kid to at least have one color. And then these were only 90 something cents, so I got 3 things of colored pencils. And just so you know, my son is not going to be keeping any of this. Like, I'm not going to give my son this just for him, or a pencil pack just for him, or any of the crayons just for him. I'm going to be giving this all to the teacher, and she can do whatever she pleases with all of this. And then I also got a marker and watercolor pad, so they can just like draw on it, make pictures, make things for the parents, etc. Moving on. All right. This one's not so exciting. Oh, it's got a little stain in it. Elmer's glue. Regular glue. Also, a Dr. Seuss flashcards, the ABCs. And it's got like a dog. I thought that was a dog. That's a goat. And it says goat on the back for G. So, I got them these to help them learn. And then construction paper, because you know the little ones do use construction paper. They make things out of it, and they learn fine motor skills with cutting. So I thought I would get them a big pack of that. What else did we get? All right, I got 5 of these. They were like, I don't know, 80 cents. These are the watercolors, and I know kids his age do use watercolors, and I thought with 11 kids in the class, if they don't have these, 2 kids can share 1 container instead of buying 11 of them. And they were very cheap. And they did ask for these on the list too. Also, I got the teacher markers, some permanent markers from Walmart. I got Play-Doh. They did ask for 2 4-packs of Play-Doh. Well, Play-Doh. So I got some different color Play-Doh. And then they asked for a bunch of like large glue sticks. And so the largest pack of glue sticks I could find was a 3-pack of these giant jumbo glue sticks. So I got 2 packs of the giant glue sticks. So everybody has some supplies. All right, what's next? Okay, and then I also got them some of the Ticonderoga pencils, the world's best pencil. Trust me, they're my favorite. It's my first pencil, and they're the large pencils that kids start out writing with. They're huge. They're very big. Look at the size of this pencil. There's nothing to compare it to like another pencil, but it is a very fat pencil. That's why they're called my first pencil, because this is what kids learn to write with. The big fat pencils, just like the fat crayons. And then I also got them a little sharpener with the big and a small sharpener for like the colored pencils, and then the big regular pencils. I also got them some flashcards, the Crayola color and shape. And then, I hope you guys can see this, Same or Different by Crayola, the little card games. And then I also got the Silly Sense. The light is like crazy. Can you see this? So they can use these, and they won't be able to break these as easily as regular crayons. And they smell good, so I think they'll have a good time with this. And there's 12 in there, so each kid can at least use 1 if they're all using them at the same time. I also got pipe cleaners and pom-poms for crafts. I got a lot of advice from teachers, actual teachers, on if their parents, the kids that they teach, their parents could buy anything, what would it be? And a lot of the stuff that I bought is stuff that teachers said that they would want parents to buy. Things that they would normally have to buy. And then also, obviously, most of it is from his supply list. I just don't want the teachers to have to go out and pay for things for my son. I would rather her just let me know, hey, we're out of 5 packs of crayons. Do you mind picking them up? And I'd be like, yeah, sure. Let me pick up the crayons for you so you don't have to pay for it, because I know you're probably paying for, 5 other things in your classroom. Anyway, so next, not so exciting, I have to say. They asked for paper towels, so I got them 3 paper towels, the Bounty Essentials, 3 paper towels. Yeah, very exciting. Oh, and then this is for the teacher, 2 Expo markers, some colorful pens and a black pen, some highlighters. I got all of this at the Dollar General. Some big highlighters. These are also things that teachers said that they often need a lot of. Dry erase markers, pens, different colored pens, and highlighters. And also sticky notes from Dollar General. Literally $1. Most of the stuff was either $1 or $2. And then copy paper, because I was shocked to hear from a lot of the teachers that they run out of paper and they are required to buy their own copy paper at some of these schools. Like, that's crazy to me. And so if I can provide at least a little bit of paper that's going to help them for a little bit, that's what I want to do. Or if they're just going to use it to let the kids doodle on or do crafts on, it's perfect for me. Whatever. Whatever the teacher wants to do with it, it's fine with me. I don't really care. And then also, hefty bags. I think this is quarter storage. I thought this was a gallon bag. I thought I was buying gallon bags. And then the tiny snack bags. This was suggested for like crafts, the tiny snack bags. They're good for little crafts and sensory things for small children. And then bigger bags for like if their clothes get soiled or something happens. And the bigger bags are good for sensory things too. They do crafts with both bags. And they use the bags for other things too, like supplies, putting supplies in. Alright, next on every supply list, and this is one thing that I hear a lot of moms complain about, why do I have to buy tissues? Like, I'm not buying tissues, and then nobody in the class buys tissues, except for one mom. There's one tissue, and then your kid ends up getting sick, and your kid ends up using the tissues that somebody else bought. Oh, and then suddenly there's no tissues, and your snot kid that literally has snot coming out has no tissues to use because you as a parent were like, nah, I'm not paying $2 for a box of tissues. She wants 2? Oh my gosh, I'm not buying tissues. They're important. They need them. I bought a 3-pack of Everyday Great Value. It's not that expensive. It's each 3 boxes has 185 plies of tissue paper in it, so this should help them. It drives me nuts when parents complain about lists and act like the teachers are putting them on there for no reason. Like, all of the stuff on the list is for a reason, and it's going to be used, and if you don't buy it, the teacher is going to have to buy it with her own money. So buy the stuff on your kid's list, and do not expect the teacher to buy it with her own money, because most likely she's already buying supplies for other children in her class. Imagine having to buy supplies for 30 children. You wouldn't like that either, since you don't want to buy supplies for your one kid. Just imagine that. And the kids that she's teaching are not even her kids. She's buying supplies for your children just to be able to do her job. Next. Alright, another thing on his list were the giant size disinfectant wipes. So I got 2 of them, just like they asked, to wipe down those germs, because we all know the little kids are snotty. And then I also got the antibacterial hand wipes for the little ones. What else do we got here? Alright, and then I got 2 hand sanitizers, because that's another big thing. Lots of hand sanitizer. They go through that very quickly, so I just got 2 of these smaller ones. And then I also got my son some spray ones to put in his backpack so I can spray his hands up in school. And then also I got them some antibacterial hand soap so the kids can wash their hands and stay clean. Because we don't want our kids getting sick, and we do want them washing their hands after going to the bathroom. Alright, what else do I have here? Did I really go through most of everything that I have? Okay, except for a couple of things. Oh, there's this. This is my son's, they said to bring extra pairs, like spare pairs of clothes, spare pairs of shoes and socks. So I put I bought a pair of shoes to put in here. I put 3 pairs of socks, 3 different shirts, 4 pairs of shorts in here. So in case they get soiled. I feel like I'm forgetting something, I swear. I have to have something down here that I forgot. So disorganized right now. I think I got most of it. Okay. Next thing is bath cups. They asked for bath cups, and I was thinking, what the heck are bath cups? And they said plastic bath cups, and I'd never heard of that. I was thinking like literal bath cups that you use in the bath to like clean your child. And so when I looked at Walmart in the plastic cup, I was looking at the little red Solo cups, and I was like, I think I'm going to get these, because that would be so cute watching the kids drink out of itty bitty little tiny Solo cups. I don't know, that's my kind of humor, and I would think that was funny, but maybe some people don't. And I found these 100 bath cups. So I guess they use these every day to give them drinks, and then they throw them away. And then another thing on his list were a bunch of snacks. So I got a 20-pack of different kind of goldfish. They've got the whole baked, whole grain honey grams goldfish, and then the regular goldfish, the regular cheddar goldfish, and then the pretzel goldfish. 20 packs in here. So that's enough for all of the kids. Let me get it back in the distinct bag. Put the cups back in there. And then, ooh, as far as snacks, then I got a big thing of animal crackers. I got the buttery rounds. They're crackers. And then I got the cheese crackers. The cheddar cheese crackers. Walmart brand. Like most of this stuff is. Because I am not rich. I actually do not have a job currently. And I don't buy things for myself very often, but when I splurge on my son and things that I feel are important, like my son's schooling. I will splurge on something like that blue nap mat that you saw, because that's important to me. My son's comfort is important to me. And I will splurge on buying some extra things for school to make sure that the teacher has everything she needs. And if there are students whose parents cannot afford to buy them supplies, then I want to be able to be the one that helps them get the supplies or buys the supplies and gives them to the teacher, so when that child comes into school, he doesn't have to worry about not having supplies because somebody would have already bought them and the teacher wouldn't have had to buy them herself and spend another $100 out of her pocket to buy supplies. So, anyways, this was my second school supply haul. Oh gosh, the other one obviously was when my son was in a private preschool, like it wasn't a real school, and this time he's going to elementary school. So, and it's only going to be 3 months. So you guys are probably going to be seeing another haul later this month. Not later this month, later this year of his first full year. When he starts that and all the things that he's going to get. I'm excited about that because I've always loved back to school shopping anyway. So I hope that this gave you guys some ideas, and I hope it inspired you in some way to go out and help your teachers or help other students in your school that may be in need. Just by buying extra supplies or multiples of each thing will help a student or a teacher. By buying multiples of supplies helps the teachers by not having to buy them, and it helps the students that may not be able to afford it because you're buying it. So hopefully I have given you some examples of things to buy and just inspired you to go out and just help your kid's teacher and help other children in need and the parents that aren't able to afford school supplies, which breaks my heart. And you have to think about how they must feel. It must be so embarrassing to them to not be able to afford school supplies for their children. I can't imagine how that feels. So, be kind and just pass that kindness on and help a fellow mother, help a fellow parent out, somebody that isn't gonna come out and straight up say, I can't afford my kids' school supplies. They're not gonna do that. They're just gonna send their child to school without supplies, without saying anything. And that's when generous people come in before school starts and they stock backpacks with school supplies or bring in a bunch of extras. Like if you went to go buy crayons, you bought 10 packs of crayons like I did in my last video. So any kid in that class that may not have been able to afford those certain things, you had already bought it. So that kid has it. Or it's their backups for the teacher, because halfway through the year, all the supplies that the parents have bought are gone. They're completely gone. And guess who has to replenish all of the supplies for all of the students? And it's not you, the parent. It's the teacher. She has to come out of pocket to replenish all of your students' supplies and every other child's supplies in her class. And that costs a lot of money. So just think about that. Anyways, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment what you think, and if you do anything like this, do you buy extras of things to help out kids in need or to help out your teacher? Also, if you would like to see more videos, please subscribe and hit the little bell button so you get my notifications. And if you would like to see any certain videos, just let me know in the comments of any video, what type of videos you would like to see, and I would be happy to make them. So, nice talking to you guys this time, and I promise I am coming back. And I'm gonna tell you the story about what's been going on in the past 8 months if you guys want me to. Comment below if you want me to tell you the story about my car accident, which is beyond crazy and it still pisses me off. So comment below if you want to hear that story. Anyway, have a great day, guys. Bye.